Hello and welcome to a brand new season of Rowan Television Network's hit show On the Couch. I'm Eric Conklin.
And I'm Brittany. Thank you for tuning in. Eric and I are happy to have you along for our first episode and hope you stay with us for an exciting semester on our show.
New things are going to happen this semester. We're aiming for big things and for bigger guests. And also, here's going to be our first new guest. Also, forgot it for a second. Also, we're going to be featuring a new segment called Hot Topics. So it's going to work like a Regis and Kelly kind of talk show thing or something like that. You'll see it in a little bit. So our first guests today we're joined by the Cookie Munchers.
Yay!
So what's going on?
Hello.
Hello,
My name's
hello.
Brandon.
And I'm Cassie.
All right, so I gotta ask, how did this whole thing kind of start out with you guys having this idea that, okay, we're gonna make this late night cookie delivery service thing?
Well, I am a great baker. I've always loved baking. And we thought that selling cookies would just be something that would be a lot of fun, that we could have a lot of fun with, that we could do cool things with, which is why we ended up doing it with cookies instead of something else that's more boring.
Yeah, the initial test run was actually 2 semesters ago. So first semester of my senior year, both of our senior years. And it was
We did it
actually
for 4 days.
Yeah, her and a friend were the 2 main ones involved in it. And I had 6 classes, another job. I wasn't fully involved in it, but I helped out every day. I helped make the dough, do a few deliveries. And when she decided to bring it back, she asked if I wanted to be a part of it. And I said, yeah, of course, let's do it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I hear you guys deliver. I heard you say deliver,
Yes.
Brandon. That is so cool. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? for everyone?
Yeah. So basically, we have a few employees. We've hired 4 employees at this point, and I try to do the bulk of the deliveries to keep it to just 1 employee a night. But when an order comes in, we fill the order, and as soon as it's ready, out the door, and anywhere on campus, and also the surrounding Glassboro community as well. We're going to start marketing to families pretty soon.
Okay.
That sounds really cool. And then you guys also, I should mention this, you guys do a vlog on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Your vloggers.
Yeah, my Kickin' with Cassie vlog. We have a whole behind-the-scenes series going right now. We
Right.
just posted our 2nd episode today. And then we had one fun episode when we made this Munch outfit.
So
Right.
the
Yeah,
Munch
I forgot
outfit,
they got
we're
the
going to
friend
talk
with them.
about
You
this.
wanna-
It's pretty cool. You guys made that?
I made that. I made it without him knowing because I thought it would be really funny to wake him up in the morning throwing cookies at him and wearing that Munch outfit. So I basically woke him up
Jeez.
screaming, "Munch, Munch cookies," and started throwing cookies
Sorry.
at him. And
that's
we
really
blew an
cool.
air horn. And
Oh.
It was a fun way to wake up.
Definitely. It sounds really cool. I remember I was actually watching I think the video from the other day when you guys, I guess it was like your first night opening, and you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
had the problem. We had to
Good
go all the
night.
way to the depot by Lincoln Financial Field. Isn't that where it was? I could have swore I saw Lincoln Financial
Yeah.
Field in the back.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
where.
and
where
then
we
I
get
think
to
you guys had something with and then I think your card, something happened with your card, and then
Yes.
you guys couldn't get your debit credit system to work, and you had to do cash or something.
yeah, the card was declined, and we.
Yeah, and I luckily had a backup
geez.
credit card that I had just paid off.
Yeah.
And I forgot I even had it on me. I almost canceled it a few weeks before, but she was like, "No, just keep it just in case." And thank God I did because it saved us.
So
Right.
how is business right now?
Business is definitely good. Our first night, the night when we were not prepared, we had 30 orders, and our busiest night so far we've had almost 60. We had like 59 on Sundays. Definitely a busiest day.
Cookies?
Yeah.
Wow.
59 orders and average around 40, 45.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. And then you guys, it wasn't just the 2 of you guys to start out that first night.
Yeah.
Yep.
So wait, I gotta ask, who would make? So what did you guys how would you guys coordinate coordinate that? Would you guys be like, okay, well you're gonna make the cookies and I'll deliver them or something like
Yeah,
that?
well, I mean, now we have the system down more, Pat. That first night, it was both of us are kind of trying to do everything at the same time,
Right.
and that's why it came out so terribly. But first night, it's a learning process, and we learned a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, it sounds really cool.
So Cassie, this.
You want me to
Let's
show?
please go to that.
Do you want to
Go to
go to
that.
this?
This
Let's
is
go
probably
around.
the biggest guest we've had.
All right.
Probably on the show.
Proud of my creation.
I put that guy on.
Is she gonna put it on?
What you
I'm putting
guys
it
are
on.
She's gonna put it on. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on.
This is what I woke up to.
Oh, wow.
This is what he woke up
At
to
first-
that morning.
Well,
Do
let
you
me
have
explain.
can you breathe in that thing?
You can't see or breathe or do anything.
Do you are you outside in on the side of the highways like sometimes they have those costume guys?
Well, we-
Yeah,
we
one day
have-
we're gonna try hitchhiking with it. We're just gonna.
Yeah, we have some fun. We have some fun plans for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really
Somebody,
cool.
Yeah, I
we
didn't,
gotta
I
take
didn't
that
even
thing
realize
off
that
her.
she was throwing cookies at me until after it was over. I looked down like, why are there cookies in the bag? Like, what even happened? It was just
Oh, wow.
a fun wake up.
Uh-oh. Give
We're
me
gonna
the
try to put it
munchie.
back without breaking the set.
What's his name?
Munch.
Munch.
Munch. We have Munch here on the couch.
It's Munch.
Well, on his own spot.
All right.
So what made you guys want to start off making this business?
We just thought it would be really fun. We've done some fun things with it so far. The vlog is definitely a huge fun thing that we've been doing,
Yeah,
getting really
and-
creative with it. We're also saving up money
Yeah,
for our year-long backpacking trip that we're going to do around the world. And we thought that this would be a lot more fun than getting regular jobs out of college. So we started this cookie business, and we are slowly saving up for a year-long backpacking trip starting in India.
Sounds pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Planning
it's
to
actually
leave
really
like
cool.
June or July.
Oh,
And,
wow.
this is how we're going to fund it, better than coming out of college and punching a time clock every day.
Yeah, that sounds like something obviously that's going to be really successful. So.
We hope so. We're definitely excited about it, but we'll see how it goes one day at a time.
Oh,
All right. So what's your menu like?
I want to go over them.
I saw some of it. I know
Yeah.
there's like M&M's, chocolate
Oh,
chip.
Lord.
I was peeking at it a little
The
bit.
main six, the big six, are chocolate chip, double chocolate, sugar, M&M's, s'mores, and snickerdoodle. It's my favorite one. We also have special, cookies for holidays and things
Right
like
now,
that.
pumpkin spice.
Right.
Pumpkin spice just came out. That's going to come be with us through
For the
November.
holidays.
And this
Yeah.
week we had our first request for a cookie cake, so we are going to
Ooh,
experiment with that this
All right.
week.
That
And
sounds
if it
pretty
does
good.
well, then we will be able to deliver cookie cakes to people who are having birthdays.
Oh,
Yeah, that
looks
sounds
like
really
I'll be
cool.
ordering soon.
Yeah. I
Um,
saw like that one video. So like, are they like small or are they like big?
The
Because I could have
cookies?
swore like the one, yeah. Because I could have swore the one video I think I saw like you made that like big cookie that
Yeah.
was like, yeah, it looked like it was like the size of like
Yeah.
the pizza on the boardwalk.
They're about the size of your face.
Oh.
Is a good comparison.
So it's
Yeah,
pretty
they're
much like Chipotle but dessert wise,
Yeah.
in a way.
Massive.
If you look at it that way, I don't know.
So,
That sounds
okay.
really cool, though. All right, coming up after the break, we've got Stephen Hague, so don't go anywhere. See you soon.
I see it, I see it.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
And welcome back to On the Couch. So we just heard from the Cookie Munchers
Yes.
and their friend Munch. That was actually really impressive. So now we're joined by Stephen Hague from the Rowan Center for Holocaust and Genocide Studies. The center has an upcoming showing of the film Complicit that follows the group of German Jews aiming to travel to America by sea. Stephen, how are you this evening?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and to follow Munch.
yes.
Yeah, right. He was kind of watching from the back. Right? You said you were watching from the
That's right,
in
yeah.
the- yeah.
No, absolutely. We need
So-
one of those for the center.
Right. So can you give me like a little bit of a background of like what your job exactly is at
Yeah.
the center?
Well, I'm a history professor is my day job. So I teach in the history department, modern European history, but I'm also the co-coordinator for Rowan's relatively new Center for Holocaust and Genocide Studies, which was actually sort of formally opened just about a year ago,
Okay.
and is dedicated to studying, researching and studying the Holocaust and other genocides, and hoping to involve students and faculty and staff, the community, and in programs.
Okay.
How do you plan on to get more students involved, engaged
Yeah.
with the program?
You know, we've had quite a lot of student involvement already. We have a pretty wide range of programs, many of which are targeted specifically at students. So we've had things like book groups. We have a regular, almost sort of bi-weekly conversation series, which was really intended to have students come in and we try to pick up something that's topical, something that's in the news of interest to students, and give them an opportunity to sit around over lunch, eat some pizza, and talk about something that's kind of timely but important as well.
Yes.
So it sounds kind of like the Prof Talks a little bit. Do you know what those are? Are you familiar?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit like that. Yeah, it's meant to be kind of very informal, and in fact, in terms of kind of student involvement, one of the things I think we were most pleased by is we had a group of students who had been attending these programs and came to us sort of at the end of last semester and said, we want to start a student organization to support the center.
Okay.
Wow.
And so they were kind of going through the SGA kind of petitioning arrangement and everything. So.
Okay.
That is awesome. This program seems like it's like really great. So can you tell us a little bit about Complicit and in your words?
Sure, yeah, no, Complicit, which we'll be showing this week. We'll have a film screening of it, which it's a documentary, as you said, about the SS St. Louis, which was a ship that left Germany in 1939, intending to come to to the Western Hemisphere with almost 1,000 Jewish refugees. And initially they intended to go to Cuba. They were turned away there. They then kind of sailed up to America and were refused entry to the United States. And so the ship had to turn around and go back to Europe. And of those 900, almost 1,000 Jewish refugees, a number of them went to different European countries, ended up dying during the Second World War. A number of them survived as well. What's I think particularly interesting with this is we're actually going to have the director of the film who's going to come and be commenting for us, and and this is a very special treat.
That's really big.
Yeah, we
really
also
big.
have a Holocaust survivor who, as a very young girl, was on the ship.
Oh,
wow.
She'll also be coming.
That's awesome.
And will be here with us. So students will have students and others who attend will have the chance to hear her story, what she remembers of it, and about her family, and also to talk with her before and we hope after the film. So it's a really interesting event, I think.
Yeah. So what prompted you guys to show the film Complicit? Like, why Complicit?
Yeah, we've tried since the center was founded. We've tried to do at least one film night a semester, where we show a film that has some relevance to the Holocaust or another genocide, and it gives an opportunity to kind of show the film, get people thinking about these issues, and then discuss them afterward. And Complicit was one that had been recommended to us by some colleagues at the Goodwin Holocaust Education Center in Cherry Hill. They said, this is a terrific film, you need to bring it in to Rowan, give people a chance to see it. We can kind of set things up with the director, and we have a survivor who lives locally. So it's just...
That's incredible.
Brought a lot of things together.
Yeah,
so.
it's meant to be.
No, exactly. We thought,
this
is an opportunity we can't pass up.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
So we need to do that.
Do you know the actors that are in it? Like, is there any big name actors?
Well, it's actually a documentary. So there's a lot of kind of footage that you don't see, and then there's a lot of interviews with with survivors, and then there's also there's some kind of recreation. So as part of the film, there's a kind of recreation of putting President Roosevelt sort of on trial, as it were, in terms of thinking, how complicit was the Roosevelt administration in not allowing these Jewish refugees who were fleeing Nazi Germany to come into the United States. Obviously it was very, very difficult time in the world, very challenging decisions, but the United States government ultimately made the decision not to allow an exception. So it's
so you mentioned earlier about another show or event in November. What's the event?
Yeah, we have our kind of perhaps our biggest event of the fall is an annual lecture that we do. The Rowan's College of Humanities and Social Sciences does. So last year it was the inaugural lecture, opened the center. This year we're really pleased to have Professor Michael Berenbaum, who is a filmmaker and also an author and a scholar, who's perhaps best known for being the kind of the founding director of the U.S. Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. He was really kind of the brains behind the development of the center. Just a tremendous speaker. And so we're really pleased to have him. He's coming from California to be here at Rowan and to give a talk on November 16th.
Okay.
Be in the evening. So you'll be seeing kind of promotional materials about that.
That's great.
That sounds really
be
cool. Yeah,
awesome.
it sounds like really fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any other like trips that the center might like? Is there any other like events like that go on throughout the entire not the semester, but through the entire year, like including the spring?
Yeah.
That they usually do.
We do. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned our book group before. So every semester we actually pick a book, and not that students need lots more reading to do every
reading.
semester. We're mindful of that. But again, it's a chance to kind of pick a book that resonates with people, to bring them in, give them give them some lunch, and we have a really good discussion. So we have a really kind of faithful following for our book group. We have this conversation series. Then we usually have a series of other programs, a film night, at least one film night, a couple of other lectures and workshops. This semester we're doing a bus trip to the Holocaust Museum in Washington.
That's going to be really nice.
And next semester,
That's gonna be nice.
if there are any students out there who are interested, we're actually sponsoring a faculty-led study abroad with to Europe in May.
All right.
So it's actually going to be a history of the Second World War with tying in the Holocaust, obviously. So we'll be going to England, France, Belgium, Germany. Visiting a number of Second World War and Holocaust sites.
Okay.
So, and we had a lot of interest in that program as well from the students.
I would be interested.
Yeah, right. We'll sign you up then.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
it sounds really interesting too, and I think it's a really great opportunity because, for one thing, I've actually never left this country. I've never been able to fly across, so. I also want to keep it in mind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It sounds really cool.
Yeah. Well, and the way we develop the program, it's an intensive program, so it's a couple of weeks, 16 days, so it's two weeks and a bit.
Yes.
And we see a lot of places, but it offers that opportunity for people maybe who have not had the chance to travel internationally, to really sort of get out with a group of Rowan students. Several Rowan faculty will be along. It's just a really nice opportunity to go and see some really, really interesting sites.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Sounds a great exposure
That's
to the real world.
Exactly.
Yeah, we hope it kind of
connect the dots.
Yeah, that kind of whets their appetite for doing some more travel.
Yes.
And if you go and you see something like the beaches at Normandy. Where the D-Day landings took place, or you go to see Dachau concentration camp where literally tens of thousands of people were murdered.
Right.
It's really, really powerful. That you just can't replace that. You can't teach that in a classroom.
No.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know when my cousin, I think they went to, let me think. I'm trying to think for a second, because when he was in high school, he was a German student. I think they ended up going to Germany for their class trip or whatever. And I remember they actually went around to some of the camps and some of these Holocaust sites and stuff like that. And while he enjoyed it, he agreed that it was very touching and it was very powerful and it had a really good message. But I think he just overall was really happy to be able to experience that while he was overseas.
Right.
Have you ever seen any of the sites? Have you been over to Europe or anything like that?
Oh, I have. Yeah. No, I teach European history.
Right.
So I spend a fair bit of time. I particularly focus on British history. So I spend a lot of time in the UK, but also spent time in England, or France and Germany. And Italy and other places. And it's a really, as I say, you just can't replicate actually that kind of experience of traveling and seeing places that are as a center. The Holocaust Center deals with some really, really powerful, very moving, very horrific things.
Yes.
One of the things we're really committed to doing is really helping people to learn and understand about the Holocaust so that we can make a difference today and to do what we can not to see that this kind of stuff doesn't happen again.
Right. That sounds really cool. I gotta ask, what are some of those European countries like? Because I've actually never, because like I said, I've never been there, so I kind of want what's Germany like and what's wherever. I think you said you've been to France and stuff like that.
Yeah, England. I spent the most time in the UK.
Yeah,
but,
I heard a lot of those countries are actually like really nice to visit.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they're
nice.
Yeah, absolutely spectacular.
Full of history, I'm sure.
They are very full of history,
Right.
and we'll be focusing on the Second World War, but there's it's extraordinary. I think by American standards that how far history goes back and the buildings and everything, and then it's also really great to experience the culture, French food, French wine, and Germany is very different. And I think from an American perspective, traveling in Europe is a very diverse experience because you can literally travel 100 miles and you're in a different country speaking French one day and German the next.
Well, we thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very
Professor
much. Appreciate
Stevens.
it.
And right now, we're going to go to the man on the street.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Men on the street. I'm Danny Minchall, and I'm going to be asking random questions to anybody all throughout campus. Many different people have many different reactions, so I'm here to find out what they have to say. This week's word on the street is homecoming. What was your favorite homecoming activity?
The step show.
The step show. Can you tell me about that?
The step show had a lot of Greek organizations there, and they came out and they did their strolling and everything like that, and it was a bunch of good music, so it was pretty fun.
I would add good music.
Good music, that's
Good
always
music.
a plus.
Some type of interactive game, something.
Game.
Some type of activity.
Activity.
Yeah.
I like the school spirit here. I lost my voice, so I don't usually sound like this. So.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I lost mine a little bit ago too. Sickness going around.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
You have to like use hand sanitizer and stuff.
That is
Wash
key.
your hands.
Hand sanitizer is key. What was your favorite of the homecoming festivities? I don't think she goes to Rowan.
My favorite thing about homecoming had to be going to the banner painting competition in the very beginning.
That was fun.
On Monday, and it was really seeing how everyone was like extremely creative with their different banners.
I like that we won.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
What about the festivities did you enjoy?
I enjoyed all the festivities, man.
Oh yeah?
They're fun.
Can you elaborate?
I actually don't know.
What was your favorite homecoming festivity?
I won a t-shirt and a lock. And
A log?
A lock.
I like logs.
No, like a lock. Like you lock your stuff.
Ah.
Yeah.
If you could have a homecoming dance, what would you suggest?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, what do I mean?
It was good while it lasted, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
The food.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
What was your favorite?
Sorry.
I'm very nice.
Participate.
Well, when you did go to Rowan, did you enjoy the activities?
I did not go to Rowan. I went to Temple.
Ah.
I just feel really bad for him because he had like such a great video, and then right at the end, like the one guy just like totally blows him off,
Yeah,
and then
right.
the other guy's just like, I didn't even go to Rowan, I went to Temple.
Right.
It's just like,
He went to Temple.
He went to
wrong.
Temple. He got 100.
Great job, Dan.
Thanks,
Anyway,
Dan.
we're going to get into a new segment, Hot Topics. So what do you have for me, Eric?
Well, I just first off want to start out by saying this actually, I like this whole setup here, and I think it was actually a really cool idea. I mean, it's definitely obviously like a Kelly and Michael kind of setup. So I like it. I mean, I hope it works out, and I'm ready to try it. And if everybody else likes it, that's all that matters. So my biggest hot topic, beside obviously, would be pretty sure what most people would consider the biggest hot topic would be the debate, but I don't want to get involved.
Oh.
So we're going to talk about. My hot topic is I woke up on Twitter this morning and I saw that Shailene Woodley, from the actress from the Divergent series, and she was also Amy on
Secret Life
of the American Teenager,
right.
was arrested in North Dakota for protesting the new North Dakota pipeline that they're proposing to do. And I guess she's been protesting with the Sioux Falls tribe that has like a reservation out there. And I think it was like her and like 20-something other people. I think it was like about 27 people who were arrested, but I just
She was arrested?
bad. I feel so bad because she's such a sweet person. She's only 24. She's like cute and innocent, and now she's got a police record for like no big deal. I'm like.
Well, at least she stood up for what she believed in.
I don't know why you have to pick on Shailene Woodley, but.
Well, that just leads into my topic. So,
all right.
Birth of a Nation came out October 7th this week. So I don't know. The debate is like whether people should actually go support that movie, being that the director was acquitted of rape or not.
I didn't hear that one.
It's a huge deal, especially in African American community.
I've actually never. I think I might have heard of it, but I'm not really familiar with it. Who's in it? That's the biggest one, because obviously if I don't know an actor.
First of all, one of the actresses is Gabrielle Union. As you know, Gabrielle Union was a rape victim herself. So it's been a very interesting debate. There are people who say go support it still because it's about African American history, and some are like boycott. So who knows? We'll see how the ratings go at the end of the week.
I mean, it's really cool. I should probably definitely check out, because I'm a big movie guy, I'll definitely check out like Rotten Tomatoes and see what their approval is of it. And then my last big topic is, how about them Rowan profs beating Salisbury University 34-30 this past Saturday, and they did it in the rain.
Go profs, homecoming.
And I was actually working on the sideline for it too.
Were you?
RTN. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, my suit is still hanging from my closet and is still trying to dry out, but it's working so far. I'm just going to probably have to spend money to get it dry cleaned, but that's all right. No, it was actually a really good game. It was actually surprisingly, it was really close. And they were, I'll just give a little background. So they were going up against the number 11th, going up against the 11th ranked overall team in the Division III standings. And they ended up winning the game. It was tight. They were down. They only were limited to 10 points in the first half. And then there was, I know the biggest plays were obviously by quarterback Dante Pigney and Zach France. I remember Zach France had this like huge touchdown. Dante was like at the other end of the field, and he was down by at least the 21, like maybe the 20-yard line, and he just airs it out, and Zach catches it like right around like the 40 on the other side, and he just runs into the end zone. It was like, and the whole play came right by me while I was on the sideline too.
Nice.
So it was fun. It definitely
seats.
was really a lot of fun. And they were down, and then they ended up coming all the way back and winning the game 34-30. So the defense played good. I thought the team played really good. And now they have to go play Southern Virginia University. I almost forgot it for a second. I thought it was Wesley, but it's not Wesley. That's the following week. So it's SVU is coming up this week. So.
Well, that's definitely good news.
Yeah,
good for our school.
Do good.
Good homecoming.
Yeah, it was definitely a worthwhile homecoming, even though it was a little wet and soggy, but it was definitely worth it. So
wow.
I mean, as long as people had fun. Unfortunately, did you do anything for homecoming week at all?
No, unfortunately, I was sick.
Oh, jeez.
But that ends our show for today. Thank you for watching On the Couch, and we hope you are ready to tune in for our next brand new season. That make sure to get in touch with us on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter at Brittany Ashanti.
I was going to ask, are you on Twitter? I'll have to make sure to follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter.
You are on Twitter. Okay, so it's what is it again?
Brittany Ashanti.
Brittany Ashanti.
Yes.
All right, and my Twitter is at Eric_RML. It's a little bit of a different, it's a little bit not as, obviously, a little bit more, animated, I guess, if you want to say. But again, I'll give it to you. It's at Eric_RML. Shoot us with a message or a shout out or opinion. We'd love to hear from you. So on behalf of the entire On the Couch crew, I'm Eric Conklin.
And I'm Brittany.
And we wish you a great week here at Rowan University.